Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Ethan, and this is Roster United. Here in Roster United, we're going to do episode 20. Now, I know most of you are probably thinking, oh, today's the Hero or Zero episode that I have said earlier. Um, but sadly, I hate to say, we have to push back that special episode just one more episode in the future. Yeah, so basically the thing is it's just the timing, I've told who can help me. I've had some yes, I've had some no's. So I have to clarify that, but I promise you, um and I think it will. We'll definitely do the Hero or Zero special episode on the 21st. But yes, so I thought in the meantime, I know this is kind of sad and disappointing. I was really up to it to do that special episode, but sadly, it didn't happen. It didn't time. What the timing wasn't well. So I thought, well, you know what? Let's do a podcast. And you know what? Today is actually going to be a very fun podcast. We're going to go and rank all uh, expansions with heroes from least to greatest, and my reasons. I've played with every single expansion right now, multiple times. I've played with every single character in the game multiple times, and honestly, other than the promos box, the big box full of I think 30 plus characters, I play more expansion wise, meaning that all the characters in the expansion, I play with them more than the rest of the characters. Now this has been actually kind of difficult, honestly, to rank all of them. Every character, or excuse me, every box has a good character, and it's been kind of hard to rank all boxes here, because sometimes I'm like, well, there's this character that's better than this character in this box, but honestly, I think this box is better than the box because of these reasons, so on and so forth. It might get a little confusing, but hopefully it's not. Hopefully you guys can understand what I'm trying to say. Hopefully. Sometimes I just talk and talk, and I don't know what I'm even saying. So yeah, that can happen. It probably will happen. Anyway, so let's begin with box number 4. Um, yeah, box number 4. I put on number 4 Tales of Asgard. Reason for this being, Tales of Asgard expansion is not bad, actually. It comes with Thor, Korg, Valkyrie, and Beta Ray Bill. And the villain is Loki, but we will rank the villains a little later. So as we all know, Thor is a big hitter and a big mover. But the one reason that I didn't put this box on the top 3 was because Thor and Beta Ray Bill are the same. There's no difference on them except for their abilities. And I thought, they kind of went. I mean, I understand that they're kind of the same, except for their abilities, but still, I'm like, well, two characters here are different. The other two characters are basically the same. So yeah, and not just that they're the same, but also Beta Ray Bill is a better character. I have played with Beta Ray Bill many, many times, and I have to say he's probably the best character here. Um, I've only played with Thor maybe twice, maybe 3 times. Reason for that is because I think Beta Ray Bill is just better. If you're gonna pick a character that is the exact same as another character, always look for their abilities. Always look for those abilities because those are going to be different. And that's why I thought Beta Ray Bill was better. Of course, another good mention on this box is Valkyrie. I think she's really good. Kind of decent. She's kind of an all around character, but she's more of a mover and a hitter. And she's just a great mention. Beta Ray Bill, probably the face of the box per se. So yeah, I think Tales of Asgard expansion is my least favorite. And yeah, not just that, I also forgot to mention Korg. He's just a big dumb hitter. He can't move. He can't save people. His hits are awesome. His abilities are phenomenal. For his hitting standpoint. But for anything else, Korg is going to be at the bottom of the list, except for hits. He's probably going to be the top. But anything else, wilds including, Korg is not your guy. So yeah, he's not really going to be that good. So number 4, Tales of Asgard expansion from Marvel United. Number 3, this was quite challenging because we got the Spider-Man box, we got the Guardians of the Galaxy box, and the Black Panther box. But I have to say, probably the Black Rise of the Black Panther box is going to be third. The reason for this is not because Black Panther is not good, nor is Shuri. Winter Soldier is kind of like Korg in essence. He's kind of like Korg. I've played with, man, what's that? Sorry about that. I forgot his name. I've played with Winter Soldier. There it is. I played with Winter Soldier before, and he was okay. He was an okay character. A big hitter. Can't really move. Can't really save people. Black Panther, he's one of my favorite characters in the entire game. Reason for that being is because he is like an amazing all around character. He is phenomenal. He can do anything. He can save, he can move, he can hit, he can do all this fun stuff. And Shuri, as well, is a great character. She's got 6 wilds and 6 heroics, and she can give a wild token to anybody and then let them heal up back to 3 cards. So Shuri's a good healer, but also a great team player. Black Panther's a great team player. Winter Soldier's the only down benefit of this box. Now since I'm saying all these good things about this box, why isn't it in like first or second? Well, the problem is this box comes with what 3 heroes to play as. And the locations of the box ain't as good. I've played with the challenge mode a couple of times, which is the kind of like the home. What is it, like your home location and something like that? I thought it was okay. The characters were good. The villain was okay. But I just think the other 2 boxes, the Guardians and the Spider-Verse, have just better characters. And yeah, I still think Rise of Black Panther is a great expansion. Definitely one to get, especially for Black Panther and for Shuri. But I just think with more experience that I've had with other boxes, they just might be a little better than Black Panther. All right, let's go to our number 2. Our number 2 has to be, well, it's either Guardians or the Spider-Verse, and I have to say it's probably the Spider-Verse. The reason for this is I've just I've had tons of experience with these characters, with Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Ghost Spider, Spider-Ham, and honestly, they're all really good. The main 2 stars of this box is probably Spider-Man and Miles Morales, just because they can do lots of things. For example, Miles Morales, he can do lots of heroics and lots of hits, but he can't move. Spider-Man can do lots of hits, heroics, anything. He even has wild, so those 2 are kind of the big ones. Ghost Spider's okay. She's okay. Spider-Ham is just a hitter, a big hitter, but he can still move. I guess he's flexible in that. But honestly, Spider-Man and Miles Morales are just awesome. I mean, just amazing. I have played with Spider-Man so many times. I have played with Miles Morales so many times. I've played with this whole box many of times. And I just it's just there's only 2 characters, kind of one basically. Spider-Man is kind of the best character, maybe in the whole game. Who knows? But Spider-Man right now is the best character in the box, and then Miles Morales, he's great. Uh, Maybe not a team player, but he's truly just good. If you need a third, if you need a third player or a fourth, player or character, whatever it is, Miles Morales is not a guy to mess around with. He is great. He can help your team in lots and lots of different things. Only struggle is he needs to move. Spider Man, again, he could do anything. Ghost Spider, if I'm correct, she is a heroic and a mover. She can do lots, but I didn't think her powers were that good. Nor did Spider Ham. He's just a hitter, just like Korg, just like Winter Soldier. They're all just big hitters, including him. And yeah, I think this box is good, but there's a box better than this. Actually, there's a box better than all of them. And this is Guardians of the Galaxy Remix. Excuse me. Guardians of the Galaxy Remix. Here in Guardians of the Galaxy Remix, there is 3 good characters here that I really like. And you can even tell, all the fans, the whole Marvel United community per se, that I'm right. We all know Rocket. He's pretty cool. He can give tokens out. He might not be the strongest character, but I do like him. He's really, really good. Uh, then you have Gamora, and again, the whole Marvel United, fans out there, you all know Gamora is you know, Gamora ain't that good, honestly. And the reason for that is because Gamora is like, you think she's like a good mover and a hitter, but honestly, she is that, but you need to give her tons of tokens, and that's hard to do with a few characters. It's hard to give her tons of tokens and then use them to do more actions, because that's kind of her thing. She takes and then she gives. And you know, it's just tough. I've played with Gamora a couple of times, and I just didn't really like her. I think I was just stuck. Maybe if I played with her again, knowing the game even more, I think she would be more fun. But she hasn't really won the game. She hasn't really turned the game around or anything like that. She was just kind of there, kind of supporting the team, of course, but wasn't really giving her best. So I don't think that character was that good. I thought though Groot and Star Lord were amazing. Star Lord is amazing. He could do lots of things except for hits. He could do lots of things. He's got like 6 wilds. He can move a lot. He can do tons of heroics, and then he can give he can give a wild token to another character, to another teammate. And Star Lord is just awesome. He's really, really cool. And personally, for me, I thought Star Lord was going to be like a Captain America, um, and he is. But I've had tons of people tell me, "Oh, well, Star Lord's actually better than uh, than Captain America," and I'm like, "Dude, he gives. He just see." Now we're gonna go through this whole thing. See, Star Lord, his power is to give to give either a heroic or a move or a hit token to somebody. He has to choose. On the other case, Captain America can just give one wild token and just let the player decide for themselves what to do with it. And I think that's stronger. I think, giving a person a wild is better than just giving them one move or one hit or one heroic. Um, because especially specifically giving them a token, that's what they have to do. With a wild, you can do anything you want, especially, um, you know, yeah, especially if it's towards the end game. You can use it for a hit, you can use it as a move, or you can use it, as a heroic. It don't matter however you want to use it, you can use it. But anyway, back to the point. Sorry, I need to save that for the Hero Zero podcast. For the Hero Zero game show there. But anyway, Star Lord, great character. He's really cool. Again, he's almost like Captain America, almost like Captain America, and yeah, I think he's pretty cool. Last but certainly not least, it's Groot in this box. Groot is phenomenal. Um, I've played with Groot. Um, I've played with Groot. One of my teammates was Groot, and we just, Groot is just awesome. And Groot can give you, he can give you an extra hit, and for himself, basically deal, you and another hero deal a hit in your respective locations. Um, Groot can also give you a card, so you can heal up, or and what was the other one? Oh yeah, and Groot can move you to a location, to an adjacent location from where you are. So he can move you around. He can give you stuff. He's a great supportive character, even kind of a healer. Even though I think Shuri has a better healing power than Groot, I think Groot though and everything else is amazing. The deal, you know, you have a possibility of doing 3 hits with just that one power. Moving characters to an adjacent location is great. Get you closer to where you need to be, and giving you yourself and another character a card is awesome. Just heal them more and more and more and more is something that you can't be sad or mad about, because it's awesome, truly. So for me personally, I think Guardians of the Galaxy Remix is cool. There is about 3 strong characters in here that I love, which is again Rocket, Groot, and Star Lord. I think those are awesome characters. And yeah, I think that's going to do it. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we just went through all of the expansions with heroes, containing with heroes. And we just saw here 4 boxes. And we see at number 1, it was Guardians of the Galaxy. For this reason, Star-Lord, Rocket, Groot, it was just the better characters. Really, that's all you could say. Enter the Spider-Verse was second. We see Miles Morales, Spider-Man were kind of the stars of the box. We also see Rise of the Black Panther. Of course, the man himself in his own box is, well, the star of his own box, Black Panther. He's awesome. I think Shuri as well is a little underrated. I think they are great. And then 4th place, of course, is Tales of Asgard. Reason for this is because 2 characters are identical. The other 2 are not the best that they could possibly be. And yeah. But yes, anyway, that is my rankings for the boxes with heroes. I will do a box for the villains, which is all the boxes, and I'm going to be ranking the villains. Why do I like this villain more than the other? Even though no one really likes villains in the game, I'm going to do it. And it might be a challenge, but I'm going to do it. Well, yes, we just did that. Please also tell me, what are your favorite Marvel United expansions in the game? You don't have to rank them if you want to. That is super fine. You could go and you could follow me and Board Game Geek. Yes, Board Game Geek. I am the Lion Review. Yes, that is my name when I want to review things, but I've changed it, of course. But right now, it's Lion Review, and please follow. I'm doing a blog on Board Game Geek about the game. I follow Marvel United all the time. I answer some questions for players that are new or don't understand a rule. I am all there. And I've even shared my podcast with Board Game Geek. So, yes, thank you so much for everything and for listening to this video, or excuse me, this episode. I hope you enjoyed. thank you so much, truly, for hearing it again. It's super cool to have all of these listeners here listening to the podcast. It's truly an honor, and it truly supports me, keeps me going on, and all that stuff. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this was Roster United. I am your host, Ethan, and this was episode 20. Now, dang it, I always forget to do this. I've done this before. For next week's episode, we are going to do Hero Zero. Definitely, we're going to do Hero Zero next week, either or this week. Excuse me. We entered a new week. What am I thinking? This week, probably Friday or Thursday, I'll do the new episode and of Hero or Zero, so it'll be fun. After Hero or Zero, we are going to go and rank all of the villains in the boxes, which is basically ranking them all. And even though you might not know a few villains yet, well, that's going to change really soon because we're going to go in depth with more villains, in depth with more heroes right after what we're having planned. If you forget any of this stuff, which is okay, I at least usually forget tons of stuff. You can always go to the rosterunited.boxmode.io website, and there you can see all the new alerts that's going on. Like right now, I posted the alert for episode 20, which is this episode. So any upcoming news, anything, just check there. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, now I'm going to leave. My name is Ethan, and this was Roster United. Have a good day.